Hey, back to give you an update on my HYROX progress. It's the 1st of December today, so 8 weeks, 2 months until the actual race now. So starting to get a little bit interesting. I've been training for a little over 4 weeks now, and the last update I gave you was in the first week of November. So a little bit's happened since then. I would have liked to have given you an update earlier than this, but a lot has happened. So let's go through what's happened between the early part of November and now. And the first thing was I got some great training in. I did pick up a calf strain early on. And as I'll talk you through, this is a bit of an ongoing issue that I'm facing right now. So I picked up a calf strain, wasn't any big deal except for the running. So everything else was fine. I was able to train really hard. Conveniently or inconveniently, Laney and I went on a holiday to Caloundra on the Sunshine Coast, southeast Queensland in Australia. Beautiful place. And you might think holiday is not a great thing to do when you're preparing for a HYROX. However, Lainey specifically wanted to go there because she's into hot yoga, and there's a brilliant Bikram studio there. And I knew I'd be able to find somewhere to train. And so I had a bit of a look around and found Revel training there in Caloundra, REVL. Amazing place. Good gym, but the people, oh my God, they blew me away. I actually arrived there, researched them a bit first, turned up, and they were having a staff meeting. First thing, a smile and a wave from the owner, Josh, and then Jess came over to chat with me while the staff meeting carried on. She was running the class that I turned up for, and what absolutely amazing people. Brilliant, positive, really good at what they do. The class just blew me away. They're 50-minute functional fitness classes, really well oriented towards what I wanted to do for HYROX training, that's for sure. Brilliant people. Members also pretty impressive. Really some fit individuals there. Much younger than me, most of them, but still really impressive in terms of what they're getting from the training that they're doing. And it was just such a great environment. So I want to pass on my thanks to Josh, to Jess, to Matt, to Maddie. Probably missed someone out, but thank you so much for looking after me and making me feel so welcome. And also, I was able to chat to them about HYROX. A few of them had done HYROX races. A few of the members had as well. They have their own race coming up in March. So they're going to be starting to train for that from December, from about now. So unfortunately, I missed that, but I was able to pick up a bunch of tips, which was really cool. So again, thanks to them for their support of me and the assistance that they gave me. I got in 4 absolutely great sessions over the week while I was there, and we did a fair bit of walking around as well. So obviously the calf strain is an issue. I haven't been able to do any running for the entire month block that we've just completed, and that's a bit tough because, as you probably know, the HYROX race is very running intensive. There's 8 run cycles in there, 1 kilometer each time, 1,000 meters, interspersed with the other stations. And running can really make or break your race. So I'm a bit uptight about it, a bit concerned. And I've been researching YouTube, of course. I've been talking to a couple of local physios here about what I can do. And I think the biggest thing for me, obviously being older is definitely an issue. And this is relatively common for older people exercising, is that you can blow a calf. They're relatively minor strains that I've been getting in the gastroc. And that is kind of, it is an issue for me. It's enough to stop you because if you keep running, you're just going to tear it. So I've been actually from YouTube learning what needs to be done, and it seems as if strength training is definitely what I need to be doing. Funny enough, they don't focus on stretching as much, very much building strength, and they talk about eccentric strength as well, which is the lengthening phase of the muscle. And so that's on a calf raise, for instance, that's the lowering phase, and that maps really well to running apparently. So I've been doing lots of single leg calf raises. I have some steps here in the villa that we have. So every time I hit the steps, I've got to do 12 reps on each side. So that's, I'm sure, going to help. I've been doing a little bit of plyometric jumping, and the calf feels pretty good. I think I'm almost ready to go back to running. I'm a bit worried about going back too soon. So that is something that I'm going to have to watch, is just when am I ready to run? I got some new shoes for my birthday, which was cool. So I've got some Puma, I think they're called Excites, which are one of the recommended shoes for HYROX. Definitely a running shoe, very light, got tons and tons of spring or support in terms of cushioning. So that's hopefully going to help. I've also got some compression socks. So again, between compression, strengthening, shoes, and taking it easy to get started, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to run soon. So the 8 weeks to go, I really need to get in 2 solid 4-week blocks, I think, of running and gain some confidence that I can push the running, because cardiovascular wise, I feel amazing. I've been working really hard, let's be fair. So everything else in training has been going great. I've been building in high intensity intervals, building them up from 30 minutes up to 50 minutes now. I've been doing lots of specific workouts where I'm trying to either do the specific stations, ski erg, for instance, wall balls, lunges, with the 20 kilos now as well. Pretty proud of that. And also the burpees, definitely. And then I've been simulating some of the others. I don't have a sled, so I'm really focusing on jumping on machines and trying to simulate that. Joined a new gym, and they do have a machine that might let me simulate pushing the sled. And then I'm just going to have to do lots of leg work and just, front up and make it work on the day. There is at one of the gyms I'm going to, driving 30 kilometers to Kaitaia, and there's a gym there, Club Physical, training with the owner, Stan. He's a good man. And we are pushing it really hard on Fridays there, and he does have a sled simulator there, plus we can do wall balls there. A couple of things I'm learning. There's a bit of technique to wall balls. It's really important that you can hit the target, 3 meters up and throw a 6 kilo ball up there. And if you miss the target, obviously rep's not going to count. And if you don't get your squat low enough, that rep's not going to count. And you don't want to be fighting the ball. I'm learning that. So this ability to get some accuracy in your throw as you throw up is really important. So I've been focusing on that on Fridays. Unfortunately, there is nowhere else at the moment I can do wall balls. So I'd love to be able to pick that up, and I'll try and solve that. So it's wall balls and running. Burpee broad jumps is going pretty well. It's a tough station, and I'm getting better and better at them. Really pleased with how the lunges are going. Also a tough station. When you think again, less than 70 kilos, kind of 68 kilos with a 20 kilo sandbag on my back, not quite a third of my body weight, but getting close. You can understand how tough that can be, but I'm really pleased with the progress that I'm making. So in terms of overall, I feel amazing. Pretty buggered, to be honest, a lot of the time. Like, it's taking its toll, and I'm trying to learn when I should rest and make sure that I have enough recovery. Definitely eating more food. I've incorporated protein shakes with a little bit of creatine in those. I'm either putting the protein into oatmeal for breakfast with some fruit, or I am putting it into a shake post-workout, and they both seem to be helping me as well. So overall, things are going good, and I've just got to see if I can get this running puzzle solved, this calf injury puzzle solved, and push it a little bit. So looking forward to seeing how the next 2 4-week blocks work out. This 4-week block, I just want to keep working really, really hard on building strength, building my endurance, building my ability to do compromised running is going to come into this as well. So I'm hoping with the running, I can get some zone 2, some slow stuff, and build that up from 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 minutes as one training session. Then I want to be doing lots of compromised running. So lots of 1,000 meter, 1,500 meter, 600 meter, different distances, but after I've done something that's stressed my quads and legs in particular. So excited for that. Thanks for following. If you've got any comments or tips or anything that you want to say or add, please knock them in there. Please give us a like and a subscribe. Of course, this is still a diving channel, so tons of diving up there. There's some dives from the HMAS Brisbane wreck that I did while we were away on that holiday, and there's also a recent dive here in Doubtless Bay, which is pretty amazing, all shot on my new Insta360 X4 camera. So check all of that out. I'll put a couple of little clips in here so you can see what we were doing. But brilliant to be able to bring you some of this fitness-oriented stuff. I do think it's important for diving. I do think that as divers, especially at the higher end of this sport or pastime, we should be focusing on fitness. I know some of my mentors, the likes of Patrick Woodman, Ed Sorensen, etc., are very, very fit men. And I know there's some fit women out there as well who really focus on that as part of what they do to prepare for their dives and life in general. So I'm excited to be bringing this to you again, and thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.